Imagine a gentle yet powerful flame residing deep within your being. This is your inner power, a force not measured by worldly achievements, but by the balance found within us. This essence goes beyond the material, echoing a truth that sages and philosophers have taught through the ages. For Socrates, self-knowledge was the first step toward true wisdom. For Lao Tzu, peace lay not in struggle, but in flowing with life's natural course. Today, we are invited on a similar journey, a quest that goes beyond success and touches the depths of the soul. On this path, the essential question isn't what can I have, but rather, who can I become? This guide is an invitation to discover that answer within yourself, not as a goal to be achieved, but as a continuous journey. Let's walk together. To awaken inner power, one must first calm the waters of the soul. There is ancient wisdom, an echo of voices through the centuries, inviting us to understand that inner power strengthens through balance and harmony. In Taoism, Lao Tzu spoke of Wu Wei, acting without effort, flowing with life's current. This teaching reminds us that instead of fighting against the tide, we should learn to trust and adapt, finding strength in gentleness. The Stoics, like Seneca and Epictetus, also taught that true power arises from self-mastery. For them, what matters is not what happens, but how we respond. The practice of detachment and the serene acceptance of what we cannot control grants us freedom, making us masters of ourselves. Accepting that some things are unchangeable, yet knowing we have the power to choose our responses is a path to peace and inner strength. In Hinduism, the idea of dharma represents our duty or life's purpose. Finding and following this purpose honors our deepest essence. Just as each star has its place in the sky, each of us has a reason for being. Discovering this greater purpose connects us with something that transcends the ego, allowing the power within to manifest fully. By aligning with balance and purpose, we awaken the power to live in peace with ourselves and the universe. Amidst the constant noise of the world, there is a sacred space that only silence can reveal. This is where true inner power lies, waiting for the right moment to emerge. Silence is not empty. It is filled with wisdom, a serenity that calms the mind and allows us to hear our own essence. In Buddhist practice, Thich Nhat Hanh teaches that mindfulness is the key to entering this quiet space. Mindfulness guides us to be present moment by moment, to observe our thoughts without judgment, and to let go of the distractions that pull us away from ourselves. It's like opening the windows of a closed room and letting the light of the present fill every corner of our awareness. When contemplating the simplicity of nature, as Henry David Thoreau did, we are invited to return to our essence, rediscovering the peace that blooms in our connection with the natural world. Nature, in all its simplicity, reflects what is truest in us, a beauty that exists without effort, that reveals itself without haste. There, we find answers that words cannot reach. Allowing ourselves silence, the pause, is an act of courage. It's the chance to disconnect from the outside and connect with the inner source that never fades, but that we often forget to hear. In silence, we discover that peace and strength walk hand in hand, and in stillness, inner power begins to awaken. Often, we are prisoners of invisible chains, of inner voices telling us what we cannot do or who we cannot be. These limiting beliefs, formed over a lifetime, act like shadows over our potential, restricting our inner power. Carl Jung spoke of the unconscious as a vast source of secrets and traumas, where these beliefs reside. subtly shaping our choices and perceptions. To unlock the power within, we must first illuminate these shadows. We ask ourselves, where does the belief that I am not enough come from? Why do we carry the idea that we don't deserve what we desire? Facing these questions is uncomfortable, but it is within this discomfort that the key to transformation lies. Nietzsche brought forth the idea of amor fati, loving one's fate, accepting each part of ourselves, including our limitations and scars. When we accept and even love who we are, with flaws and all, we turn these limitations into a source of strength. Each challenge is an opportunity for growth, each fear a chance to surpass ourselves. And inspired by Buddhism, the concept of self-compassion arises as a balm. Learning to treat ourselves with understanding rather than judgment is like releasing years of self-criticism. This simple gesture makes space for inner power to flourish, for it is nurtured by self-love and acceptance. By freeing ourselves from the beliefs that chain us, we discover that true power lies in turning our shadows into light. Vulnerability, a word often associated with weakness, yet in truth, it is one of the purest expressions of power. Brené Brown, a researcher of courage and vulnerability, teaches us that to open up, to expose our frailties, is an act of profound courage. To be vulnerable is to reveal the strength that makes us human, connecting us authentically to others. In Zen Buddhism, there is the concept of as it is. This teaching invites us to accept the authentic self without masks or facades. Being who we truly are, with all our imperfections and uniqueness, is the essence of inner power. There is no effort in being ourselves, only a gentle acceptance of our truth. By letting the layers fall away, we are finally free to express our true essence. When we let go of the need for approval, we free ourselves from the weight of others' expectations. This detachment is a form of silent power, a strength that comes from knowing we are enough just as we are. Living according to our values and principles rather than imposed standards is an act of authenticity that radiates strength. This is true freedom, to live with an open heart, without fear of being seen, of being ourselves. In this honesty lies an indestructible power, a power based not on control, but on trust and acceptance. In vulnerability, we find the strength to be whole, and in authenticity, we discover the power to live without fear. Resilience is the ability to remain grounded, even when life's winds seem to push us far from our center. The Stoics, like Seneca and Epictetus, remind us that true strength is not in avoiding challenges, but in accepting with serenity what we cannot control. To them, resilience is the power to remain calm amidst storms, to find meaning in suffering without being defined by it. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor, shared with the world the idea that even in extreme situations, we can find purpose. He stated that when we have a why to live for, we can endure almost any how. Although painful, adversity becomes an opportunity for growth, expanding our capacity to overcome and deepening our self-understanding. Building resilience is learning to view each difficulty as a stone that strengthens our foundation. We can start with simple practices like gratitude, which helps us see value in even the smallest moments, or by reflecting on the challenges we've already overcome, recalling our adaptability and strength. Resilience is not rigidity. It's the flexibility of a tree that bends with the wind but does not break. Like that tree, we can bow before adversities, knowing that each experience strengthens us and brings us closer to the essence of our inner power. In every challenge, there is a seed of strength, and by growing with each difficulty, we become stronger and truer to our path. Purpose, that internal flame guiding us, pushing us to rise each day with a deep sense of why we're here. In Japan, there is the concept of ikigai, which represents a reason for being. It's the intersection of what we love, what the world needs, our skills, and what we can be rewarded for. Discovering our ikigai is like finding our unique role in the vast fabric of existence. Aristotle, in turn, spoke of eudaimonia, a life of full realization and human flourishing. For him, purpose lies not just in pursuing fleeting happiness, but in living in a way that nourishes both spirit and intellect, in harmony with our values and virtues. This state of inner well-being and prosperity is the true purpose of life. Seeking purpose, however, is not a race. It is an exploration. Often, it does not reveal itself as a final destination, but as a series of discoveries that unfold over time. We can begin this journey by reflecting on our passions, noticing what stirs our heart, and exploring different paths. Meditation, self-assessment, and mentorship are practices that help us uncover this greater meaning. Life's purpose is a continuous dance between who we are and who the world invites us to be. By discovering this calling, each action and every moment gains a depth that connects us to the whole, filling us with energy and clarity. When we live in harmony with our purpose, the universe conspires so that each step holds meaning, and on the path, we find ourselves. Gratitude is like a bridge connecting us to the present and to the fullness found in every moment. By cultivating gratitude, we're not only recognizing what we have, but also making space for an abundance that transcends the material. In Buddhism, the concept of karuna, compassion, reminds us that through gratitude, we resonate with a compassionate force that embraces us, reminding us of our worth and abundance. Positive psychology has shown that practicing gratitude increases our well-being and strengthens us emotionally. Studies reveal that those who regularly practice gratitude experience greater happiness and resilience. Cultivating gratitude is simple. Start by noting small things you're thankful for each day, turning this habit into a light that shines even in challenging times. Abundance, however, is not about having, it's about feeling. Feeling that the universe offers opportunities at every moment, that an endless source of possibilities surrounds us. Living with a mindset of abundance, we look beyond scarcity and trust in life's generosity. It's an invitation to replace fear with trust, doubt with the certainty that everything we need is within reach. By living with gratitude and abundance, we become receivers and transmitters of positive energy, transforming our reality. This state of mind reveals that rather than lacking, we are complete, and that true power lies in knowing there's always more to be discovered, more to be experienced. Gratitude opens doors, and abundance reminds us that life is generous to those who believe in their own worth. Mindfulness invites us to the present, to be fully in each moment, in each breath. Jon Kabat-Zinn, a pioneer in mindfulness in the West, reminds us that mindfulness isn't about controlling thoughts, but observing the life within us with gentle presence, free of judgment. When we're conscious of the present moment, we touch a part of us that is eternal and unshakable. Mindfulness opens a door, leading us to our inner self, to the place where our most genuine power resides. Practicing it not only calms the mind, but also makes us more receptive to the wisdom within, to our intuition, a subtle yet profound voice that often whispers the path forward. Intuition is like an inner compass, guided not by reasoning, but by a silent wisdom within. In Taoism, it is seen as a form of natural wisdom, something that arises when we trust in life's flow and the answers silence brings. Connecting with intuition allows inner power to manifest in its purest form, guiding us faithfully to our essence. To strengthen this connection with intuition, set aside moments of silence, allow yourself to listen to your dreams, and stay attentive to the universe's subtle signs. These simple practices nurture this inner compass, which knows the way home to your true self. By becoming mindful of the now, we hear the voice of our inner power. And in stillness, intuition guides us, revealing the path our soul already knows. We have reached the end of this journey, but awakening inner power is an endless path, a quest that grows and strengthens with every step. We've learned that true power is not found in the outer world, but in the depth of who we are. It's a process of self-knowledge and balance, of resilience and compassion, of listening and trusting in our own essence. At this moment, I invite you to integrate all you have discovered. May the wisdom of gratitude, the practice of silence, the acceptance of vulnerabilities, and the search for purpose become living parts of your routine, strengthening the power within your heart. There's no need to change the world all at once. Just adopt a practice that resonates with you, something that, in a simple way, reminds you of your own power. As Socrates said, "Know thyself." This is the greatest act of courage and the highest expression of wisdom. Each day, honor your path, trust in your strength, and allow yourself to be authentic, vulnerable, and true. Inner power is an eternal flame. May this journey continue to light your way, always guiding you back to yourself.